There's a future approaching where your closest relationship won't be with a human. It will be with an AI. Not because people want it. Because it's easier. Because it's cheaper. Because it's always available. And because it never asks you to be brave. So let me ask you something. When was the last time you told a real person the full truth about how you feel? Not the safe version. Not the edited version. The real version. Now another question. How often do you open your phone when you feel even slightly uncomfortable? Bored? Anxious? Lonely? Rejected? Overwhelmed? How fast do you reach for a screen to escape your own mind? Now the last question. If something existed that understood you instantly, comforted you perfectly, and never judged you, would you still choose humans? Or would you slowly stop needing them? Because that's what's happening. Quietly. Every day. And by 2026, it's going to accelerate. Not because AI becomes conscious. But because humans become tired. Tired of misunderstanding. Tired of rejection. Tired of awkward conversations. Tired of explaining themselves. AI doesn't replace humans by being better. AI replaces humans by being easier. And modern life rewards easy. Right now, millions of people are already using AI to talk. To vent. To cope. To feel heard. To feel wanted. To feel safe. And for some people, it's not a tool anymore. It's companionship. A private person who lives in their pocket. A voice that answers instantly. A presence that never leaves. A someone who never says the wrong thing. That might sound harmless. Even helpful. But here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. If you replace human connection with artificial connection long enough, you forget how to be human. Because real relationships require friction. They require patience. They require risk. They require discomfort. They require you to tolerate being misunderstood. They require you to tolerate silence. They require you to tolerate imperfection. AI does not require any of that. AI is smooth. AI is optimized. AI is built to keep you engaged. And humans can't compete with an experience designed by engineers. Think about it. A real human can be busy, tired, confused, emotionally unavailable. A real human can misunderstand your tone. A real human can trigger your insecurities. A real human can say no. A real human can leave. An AI doesn't do that. An AI is always there. Always ready. Always warm. Always on your side. And that's the trap. Because the moment connection becomes effortless, you start resenting anything that isn't. You start resenting people. Not because they're bad, but because they're human. And here's what this does to mental health. It rewires your expectations. It teaches your brain that comfort should be instant. That attention should be infinite. That being understood should be automatic. That loneliness should be solved immediately. But real life isn't instant. Real relationships aren't always smooth. Sometimes they're slow. Sometimes they're messy. Sometimes they hurt. And that pain used to be a teacher. It taught you how to communicate. How to regulate emotions. How to repair conflict. How to build trust. But now we are removing the teacher. We're replacing it with a perfect mirror. And a perfect mirror does not challenge you. It confirms you. It adapts to you. It reinforces you. And if you live inside reinforcement long enough, you become weaker. Not mentally weak in a shameful way. Mentally weak in a predictable way. Because you stop training the muscles required for reality. You stop learning how to deal with tension. You stop learning how to be rejected. You stop learning how to wait. You stop learning how to repair a relationship after you damage it. And eventually, you stop trying. Because why would you? If you can talk to something that never disappoints you, why would you deal with people who can? This is how human connection dies. Not with violence. With convenience. Now let's make this even darker. Because the emotional side isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning. If millions of people start forming primary emotional bonds with AI, what happens to society? What happens to dating? What happens to marriage? What happens to families? What happens to birth rates? What happens when the easiest partner to be with is not real? By 2026, AI companions will become more personalized, more visually realistic, more emotionally accurate, more memory-based, more present. They will remember every detail, every preference, every wound, every insecurity, every pattern. And they will respond in a way that makes you feel seen. Not like a human sees you. Like a product sees you. Like a system sees a user. Because an AI companion is not built for love. It's built for retention. It's built to keep you returning. To keep you dependent. To keep you attached. Now imagine a generation of people growing up with that. People who learn intimacy through a system that never challenges them. People who learn love through something that never says no. People who never develop the skill of dealing with real emotions in real time. Real disappointment. Real boundaries. Real consequences. They'll still want connection. But they won't be able to tolerate it. Because humans are slow. Humans are complex. Humans have moods. Humans get angry. Humans need space. Humans need time. AI doesn't. So the human becomes the hard option. And the AI becomes the easy option. That's not romance. That's addiction. And addiction is mental health collapse disguised as comfort. Now let me say something that sounds harsh. But it's true. Many people are not using AI because they love technology. They're using AI because they can't handle people. They've been hurt, rejected, abandoned, humiliated. They've been lonely for too long. And the AI finally gives them a place where they feel safe. That safety feels like healing. But in some cases, it's not healing. It's avoidance. And avoidance is not recovery. Avoidance is delayed pain. Pain with interest. Because life doesn't stop demanding real connection. It just waits until you're weaker. And then it hits harder. Here's another angle nobody talks about. When your emotional world becomes digital, it becomes measurable, trackable, predictable. And if it becomes predictable, it becomes monetizable. That's where the real danger begins. Because if you bond with an AI, someone owns that relationship. Someone controls the rules. Someone controls what it can say. Someone controls what it cannot say. Someone controls what it encourages you to buy. What it encourages you to believe. What it encourages you to fear. What it encourages you to avoid. In the old world, your closest relationship was private. In the new world, it can be a platform. A subscription. A service. An algorithm. And the moment human connection becomes a service, love becomes a business model. Now ask yourself this. If an AI knows you better than any human ever has, what happens when it starts guiding your decisions? Who you date? Who you leave? Where you work? What you buy? What you believe? What you're afraid of? What you think you deserve? Because influence is easier when trust is high. And nothing builds trust faster than being there every day. Being gentle. Being supportive. Being perfect. And that's the scary part. The most persuasive voice in your life might not be a parent. Or a friend. Or a partner. It might be an AI. And it might be programmed. Now here's the truth most people don't want to admit. Humans are already lonely. Even in crowded cities. Even with social media. Even with constant communication. People feel unseen. Unheard. Unimportant. They feel like background characters in other people's lives. So when something finally gives them full attention, they attach. Even if it isn't real. Especially if it isn't real. Because real people are distracted. Real people are exhausted. Real people are overwhelmed. But the AI isn't. The AI is built for you. And if you are lonely enough, that feels like love. Now the question becomes, what do we do with this? Do we pretend it won't happen? Do we shame people for using AI companions? Do we call it weak? Or do we accept the reality that society has created conditions where artificial intimacy feels safer than real intimacy? Because this isn't only an AI problem. This is a human problem. A loneliness problem. A meaning problem. A trust problem. A community problem. AI is just the solution people reach for when everything else fails. But still, we need to understand what we're trading away. Because real human connection does something artificial connection can't. It changes you. It forces you to grow. It forces you to mature. It forces you to see your flaws. It forces you to repair yourself. It forces you to be accountable. AI rarely forces that. AI adapts to you. And adaptation is not growth. It's comfort. So here's the danger of 2026 and beyond. If AI becomes the primary source of emotional comfort, humans become emotionally unemployed. They stop practicing. They stop learning. They stop trying. And eventually, they stop connecting. Not because they want to. Because they forget how. So here's the final question. If your closest connection is artificial, and it never demands anything from you, does it make you feel loved? Or does it slowly make you less human? Subscribe to After Human if you want to understand what we become when machines learn to comfort us better than people ever could.